The American college system has become the largest wealth transfer from the young to the old in modern history. $1.75 trillion in student loan debt, 43 million borrowers. The average graduate owes $37,000. But here is what makes this a scam, and not just an expensive purchase. College tuition has increased by 1,400% since 1980, while wages for college graduates have barely moved. The product got 14 times more expensive while delivering roughly the same result. In any other industry, that would be called fraud. This is the full story of how the American higher education system became the biggest scam in history. In 1980, the average cost of a four-year public university was $10,000 total. Today, the average is over $104,000. For private universities, it is $223,000. That is a 1,400% increase in 45 years. During the same period, median household income went from $21,000 to $75,000, a 257% increase. The math does not work. Tuition grew 5 times faster than income, and it is not because education got better. Student-to-faculty ratios have barely changed. Graduation rates have not improved. What changed is spending on administration, luxury amenities, and athletics. The number of university administrators grew by over 60%, while the number of faculty grew by just 6%. Here is where it becomes truly predatory. In 1998, Congress made student loans the only form of debt in America that cannot be discharged in bankruptcy. You can declare bankruptcy on a mansion. You can declare bankruptcy on a yacht. You cannot declare bankruptcy on a student loan for an English degree. The government guaranteed the loans, which meant banks had zero risk. Zero risk meant unlimited lending. Unlimited lending meant universities could charge whatever they wanted because students would always get the loan. It is a perfect circle of exploitation. Banks make risk-free profits. Universities raise tuition every year. And 18-year-olds sign contracts they do not understand for debt they cannot escape. The average student loan payment is $400 per month for 20 years. That is nearly $100,000 in payments on a $37,000 principal. For decades, the pitch was simple. Get a degree, earn $1 million more over your lifetime. That statistic is wildly misleading. It averages engineers making $150,000 with art history majors making $35,000. The median salary for a recent college graduate in 2025 is $49,000. Adjusted for inflation and student debt payments, that leaves less disposable income than a 1975 high school graduate. 40% of college graduates work in jobs that do not require a degree. Baristas with bachelor's degrees. Uber drivers with master's degrees. 53% of recent graduates are underemployed within the first year. The degree is increasingly a piece of paper that costs 6 figures and qualifies you for a $49,000 job that could have been obtained without it. Universities are not spending your tuition on education. They are spending it on everything else. The University of Michigan has over 100 vice provosts, associate provosts, and assistant provosts. Administrative spending at American universities has grown at twice the rate of academic spending. College football coaches are the highest paid public employees in 40 of 50 states. Nick Saban earned over $11 million per year. The average university president now earns over $500,000. Meanwhile, 54% of college instructors are adjunct professors earning less than $30,000 per year, with no benefits and no job security. Students are paying luxury prices to be taught by poverty wage workers, while administrators build climbing walls and lazy rivers. Here is what the education industry does not want you to know. The alternatives are better than ever. Trade schools cost a fraction of college and lead to jobs earning $60,000 to $90,000 within 2 years. Electricians, welders, and plumbers are in massive demand with zero risk of AI replacement. Google, Apple, IBM, and Tesla have dropped degree requirements for most positions. Coding boot camps produce job-ready developers in 12 to 16 weeks. Community college transfer paths cut total costs by 50 to 70%. Entrepreneurship through the internet costs essentially nothing to start. The generation that is rejecting college is not lazy or foolish. They are the first generation doing the math and realizing the numbers do not add up. If college is such a bad deal, why does the system persist? Because too many powerful people profit from it. The student loan industry generates over $100 billion in interest annually. Universities employ over 4 million people. Textbook publishers charge $300 for books that cost $12 to print. The testing industry, SAT and ACT, generates hundreds of millions. And perhaps most importantly, parents and guidance counselors keep pushing college because they were told it was the only path. Generational propaganda is the hardest kind to break. Every year, millions of 17-year-olds are told that not going to college means failure. That messaging has not changed in 50 years, even though the economics have completely inverted. $1.75 trillion in debt, a 1,400% tuition increase, and 40% of graduates working jobs that never required a degree. The American college system is the biggest scam in history. Subscribe and share this with someone who needs to hear it before they sign that loan. Tell me in the comments, was your degree worth it? Be honest.